And we're live. That's cool. All right, if everyone could just mute your app for me, that way there's no ambient noise coming through. I'm actually going to share my screen here in just a sec, but wanted to say me too. Oh, I'm unmuted. All right, we're good. All right, so again, thank you everybody. Appreciate it. Again, you know, we had the 10-year reunion. I think we had around 30 or so people. And we had a good time. We had a really good time. And with the 15 coming, generate a lot of interest. So a lot of folks are interested in trying to make it to the 15-year reunion. So I know last year we fished for some ideas, got a few ideas. And basically what I'm going to do is just kind of run through what the 10-year reunion looked like, and then we'll go from there. If you have any questions at any point, Yashka, are they able to unmute themselves and speak up or any? Okay, so you do have that option. So again, I'm going to share my screen. Feel free to jump in if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's start here. Start from the beginning. All right, so there it is. There's us, 2001. Okay, it might not actually be us, but it's close enough. Crown Coliseum. Okay, so 2011, the committee that we had, it's actually a pretty small group. Myself, along with Yashka, Gio, Anisha, and Charity, goes by Faith. The five of us primarily did the legwork for the reunion 5 years ago, and I thought everyone did an awesome job of pulling their weight, and you know, for the little resources that we had, we actually, I felt, had a great turnout. These were the event fees. So we've got it, I had it broken down through Eventbrite, and they were able, each alumni was actually able to purchase tickets. So you can kind of see the breakdown of pricing, whether you came by yourself, with the guests plus your child. Some folks, you know, came just with their children. You had the option, cookout only, the dinner only, and I'll go into detail about that as far as what those were. We sold a total of 20 tickets, and then minus the fees from the website for hosting it, we netted $820. So that covered basically, the food for the cookout, the food for the dinner. I have cakes, multiple, that should actually just say one cake, balloons, and some other small items that we had for that weekend. All right, so the football game, of course, took place on Friday. We all met in the bus parking lot at 6:45. We got in for free. Shout out to Yashka. And during the game, they gave us a shout out. Also, the class of 91, I believe, was in attendance as well, and they shouted them out as well. Afterwards, most of us, not everyone, but a lot of folks decided instead, you know, to hang out after the game. So we went to, I don't know the name of the restaurant back then, but I know it's now Kickback Jack's off of Morganton. We kind of hung out and had, you know, folks went and grabbed some food and hung out for another few hours. So had a good time. So that took place Friday night. Saturday, we had a catered cookout, and that took place down the street from the Coliseum at Arnett Park. And we actually had Barbecue Hut cater it. So you can see there on the slide what actually we got from them. And I think the cost was $665 per person. And if we added a dessert, it went up $1.10. I apologize, I don't have the entire amount for how much it was for the entire group, but just an idea so you can all see what it was included. And we actually got a drink, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So that was the cookout at Arnett Park. I did not include a slide, but I do have the receipt from Arnett Park to rent that place. And I think we had it for 5 hours, was $40, FYI. So $40 to rent the place. And then the money, again, we use for registration. We actually put towards getting it catered. We had dinner at Samuel's that evening. So a lot of folks brought their families for the cookout, which was great. And then dinner was kind of more semi-formal, no children, and everyone gathered at Samuel's. Faith did a great job of kind of hooking that up for us, and we were able to get a nice sized room for the amount of folks that actually registered. And I think that's where we didn't have the cake at the cookout. We had the cake at the dinner. I may have it backwards. So as we fast forward 5 years, now we're at the 2016 class reunion. So here are some of the suggestions. Can I have somebody volunteer to jot down some notes? If anyone has anything in case while everyone's talking. And at this point, if you all want to, you can unmute yourself because this is kind of where I'd like to get some dialogue going in regards to some of the suggestions. And then from there, we'll talk about what actually is next. So, I see y'all are all still muted. Yashka, can you do your magic? There goes Sharon.
They can unmute themselves individually, and I guess
Oh, sweet.
do you want to do the people on the phone first? I can unmute them and see if they want to say anything, and then mute them back, because I don't know if they have the option to unmute themselves.
Tell you what, this is what I'll do. Let me read through the suggestions that we got last year, and then we can open it up for talking. Let me just do that, and that'll help them out on the phones. So some of the suggestions included, I think Clarissa White mentioned dinner at Cypress Bend Vineyard, and I'm not familiar with some of these, so I'm just reading off what people had actually put in, and we can kind of talk through a few things as well. Ton Nguyen actually mentioned volunteer work, maybe cleaning a highway or doing the Douglas Byrd Alumni Car Wash, taking those funds and using it towards something that the school needs. A few folks mentioned theme park, going to Carowinds. I think that was actually what they were getting at. I saw a few people mention dinner and a dance. There was no location specified. And then there was also a beach trip and a cruise. So these were some of the suggestions. I don't know. It's kind of, these are some of the suggestions. I'll leave it up to y'all if y'all have any more. Let me get my ink pen and jot down a few things as well. Any thoughts surrounding some of these suggestions? Doable, too far-fetched?
Well, I know the budget will vary significantly between doing volunteer work and a beach trip / cruise.
Right.
So I guess if we can kind of agree on maybe an average price that we would expect for everybody to attend, that would kind of narrow down what we're hoping to do based on the budget.
Smart. My thought process when I was typing all this up and I was looking, I was like, well, this is just my train of thought. It's a reunion. It's homecoming. So to me, this is just me personally, it's almost like we're all going home, back to Fayetteville. So, keeping it there in town. That was kind of my train of thought.
Yeah, that was kind of my expectation going into it as well. Was
okay.
That it would, whatever we did would be at in the Ville.
Yeah. And Yashka made a great point on a post last year. I think someone was mentioned some of the bigger type events, and she did mention there were some folks that were actually upset based on the amount that we charged 5 years ago. So if you have folks upset about $40, $55, I'm looking at a beach trip or a cruise and I'm like, then that's really going to ruffle feathers. So I agree. If we need to set up just a budget per person, kind of have a mindset of this is what we'd like to charge and then kind of go from there. Let me see.
I know the indoor skydiving place, they handle like group events. So that might be something to consider. It's right there on Rayford Road, that Paraclete XP.
Okay.
I don't know if there are any like medical considerations that need to be made, as far as people's physical abilities to do things, but that's another suggestion, and it's local.
Let me get an ink pen because I'm sitting here like,
I'm down for that too. But then I think we go back into the budget considerations
Yeah.
and fear factor.
Option. You can go do the real thing and then have a time frame that everybody can go do the indoor thing. Because at the outdoor place, for the real skydiving, they have like a restaurant and stuff, so people can go sit and eat while the other people go do the real deal if they want to. I'd give it a try. I've never done the inside one. I've only done the real deal, so I'd give it a try. I might give it a try.
I would like to preserve my life, Yashka, so I'm good with indoor skydiving. But
I've done it twice. I'm still here and semi-clean.
well, let me just tell you, my daddy having jumped out of the airplane and having his chute not open kind of makes me not want to jump out of the real one.
Good point.
Let me ask, who we got? Cerise and Nicole, y'all on the phone, so y'all can't see everything that's going on, but you've heard any like suggestions, or because what I'd like to do is set up a poll in the Facebook group with maybe our top 3 suggestions, or actually, put in there, hey, this is what we looked at for a budget. Here are our top 3 suggestions. But what do you ladies think?
I'm fine with the skydiving.
Okay. Wait.
wait, the jumping out of the plane or the indoor variety?
The indoor one. But I feel the same way. If it's going to be a homecoming, reunion, let's be in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
So the game and things of that nature. So I agree with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's also I believe there's a zip line place over there as well. I haven't done it, but I've seen it like on Living Social or Groupon numerous times, but it's over there in Fayetteville as well.
Cool. We still got Nicole on too. Did we lose Nicole?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm doing stuff at the same time.
No problem. Just wanted to know any thoughts based on, just some of the suggestions I've shared, maybe something else. Just trying to gather just a few suggestions and we can kind of vote or.
A lot of them. I like the volunteer idea. I like the zip lining. I like a lot of them. But I agree, like, we need to figure out how much everybody wants to spend before we come up with that, because a lot of people are not on the call right now.
Right. Okay. I just got a notification from the page. Someone said, what happened to just mailing this stuff out? I'm not good with email or other stuff. I don't have postage, y'all.
On that later. I like the zip lining idea a lot. And over on Ramsey Street, there are a lot of places that we can probably eat. They have all those parks too over there.
Okay.
Probably have somewhere at the zip lining place that we can park. So I think there's an age requirement or height requirement for the kids. So I don't think, because I was thinking maybe we can tie that into a part of the family event, but I don't think that everybody's kids will be able to go. So might need to look at details and just try and see if we can wing that for a family thing, to where we can have a picnic and then a group can, venture off and go do the zip lining portion and meet back up to do something. Like the kids have like some sort of games or something. Maybe we can rent like a bouncy castle. I don't know what they actually have there, but maybe we can see what kind of layout they have. Because I mean, if we can get like a couple bouncy things, it's only a couple bucks to rent. Set up like a little area so the people with kids can stay, and if their spouse is willing to watch the kid while they rotate doing the zip lining. And I mean, if it happens that they can't go that time, they'll just have to get a babysitter and go another time or something, or have their folks watch the kids and go zip lining. The kids can't go; they're staying at home with my mama.
Nice.
So let me ask, is everybody fine with the Friday event? So everyone attending the game, and if folks don't choose to go somewhere, because it wasn't really a planned event following the game. It was just those who were just hanging out was like, hey, let's go grab something to eat. Are y'all okay? I mean, I like that. It kind of leaves it up to whomever. It's not like we're trying to find a place to rent to meet up after the game, but are y'all okay with that? Because I'll jot that down as something etched in stone, something we kind of do at every reunion.
I like that.
What time did the game end? Like I don't even remember what time
Man,
the
that's
games are.
what time did the game end Friday? I think it started at 7. Maybe it was done by 9. Because I think we were hanging out I think we were there from like 10:30 till midnight, hanging out at the restaurant. So I mean, if everyone's fine with, again, if we can somehow pull those strings to get in the game for free.
I know that's right.
Hint.
Yeah.
So all right. So I'll put that at least for Friday. We'll keep that the same. Attend the game, and then of course, everyone's feel free to do whatever you like. I'm sure folks want to catch up, so we won't try to constrict anybody there from a social aspect. So Saturday, we've got a couple things mentioned. We've got the indoor skydiving. We've got the zip lining in conjunction with the park. And that could potentially be a family event where folks bring their families out. Yeah. Is there anything else popping in Fayetteville? I don't go home that often, so I'm kind of lost.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same here. I think I've been in Fayetteville maybe 10 times since high school.
Y'all are just horrible. Just horrible.
Okay,
I still live in Fayetteville. Okay.
Well, help us out. What's popping in the Ville for family?
I'm considered old now, so.
Okay.
Don't say that.
I think we're all old now.
Right.
if you're old.
We are not old.
I'm not a clubber. And that's what they like to do out here nowadays. No. Let me see. What do people do now? They have laser tag out here now.
Yeah, that's always good.
The cool part too, with it being in October, last reunion, the weather was perfect. So if it was something outside, it wasn't too cold. I don't recall it being cold at all, actually. As in the pictures you see, I had on shorts. So it wasn't cold in October in Fayetteville. Then again, Mother Nature has its way. We could be looking at snow. We just don't know. So,
yeah, you never know around here.
Yeah. And that's fine. We don't necessarily have to. I just wanted to have a couple things in mind, because I bet you if I were to make a post in the Facebook group, then I'm going to get a score of suggestions. But that's why I put that other one out 2-3 days ago, because I was like, let's rehash it. Any suggestions? And Sharon was the only one to say fun. So
yeah. Hey, that was the spot in middle school.
You went way back. And then too, if we just need to leave from the meeting and kind of do a little research as well on maybe a couple of things that we may have missed as far as activities available in the Fayetteville area for families. Because I like it. I don't know if y'all think, most of us have families, so I think that would be great if you want to bring your spouse or children to an event during the day, and then of course we can cap it on Saturday night doing something as well. So. Speaking of which, any suggestions? Would y'all like to do something Saturday evening, or just leave it at the game and something during the day?
I think that we should all go out on Saturday evenings, because I heard you guys talking about being old, and this is Dominique, and I like to party and dance with the people that I love.
Dominique! What's going on?
Hey! So, I mean, what we can do is I could see if I could tap into some connects and, have like a small little VIP section somewhere. I mean, there's only one club right now open in Fayetteville, but it should be open within the next 4 months or so.
We attended a spot. Matter of fact, Yashka, do you remember?
It was Husk. Yeah,
Was it Husk?
I didn't say
Yeah.
I was old because I was not including myself in that. I like going out.
Yeah.
No, I
Hey,
wasn't
Liz.
saying that I am old. I'm saying that according to the people who live in Fayetteville now, we are the old crew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Boo, we just as old as we feel, and we look amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Honest. That's
I
how
mean, we could do Husk, but I would honestly like prefer. I know Aqua's got a smaller crowd, and that's like right past Hope Mills, right across from the new Walmart.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right up the street
What
from
is
the
it?
house.
And that will give us more space to, still do our own, but mingle with other people.
You said it was
Now-
called Aqua?
Aqua.
Yeah, it's
No.
right across from the Walmart.
Was
Now, do they allow the popping of bottles?
Yes, sir. We can pop the bottles.
Said the
Yeah, I can definitely check into that for you guys.
Okay.
Because I used to bartend for them when they were doing Latin nights, like sporadically around town.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me ask then, since Dominique brought that up, do y'all want to have anything prior to that, or just the day activity and then later on just meet to go out? Or folks grub together somewhere and then go out?
Food.
I think it depends. I know some people, as far as with families,
That's
may
true.
need some time to like kind of decompress and get ready, and then maybe go out later. So I don't know, maybe some sort of a break in between would be beneficial.
We also
Okay.
need to see how long, like if we decide to do the zip lining and we don't get done till like 4 or 5, and dinner typically would be at 7. So that's only 2 hours to get your family back home and settled. So kind of need to check on the timeline to see if we want to do a dinner. But also, Dominique, does that place serve food? Because if it does, and we have like a table reserved area, people can order their own appetizer on their own.
I know they do downstairs.
Is it Halas? What used to be Halas?
Yes, exactly. Javi and them bought Hellas, and now it's Aqua.
Okay. So yeah, so people, if they want something to eat, they can buy on their own dime,
Okay.
order their own appetizers or something. And we can just make a generic time that's not too late for eating, but not too early that you have to feel rushed
Right.
to get ready.
Okay.
And just throw that out there and see what others think. DJ, I am going to interrupt because it says we have 3 minutes left. If you're wanting to
just
stay
saw
on
that.
the call and continue, all we need to do is everybody just hang up and just click the link button again, and it'll just reconnect us and it'll start the time over. Does everybody understand?
Is everybody good with that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just hang up and give me about 30 seconds to open it back up and then sign back in.
So we want to go ahead and do that
Not a
now?
problem.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
All
good
right.
thinking point.
With my class, how can I do it? So what we ended up doing was trying to do the Facebook thing. Obviously, we've got a lot more members since then. I think when folks missed it and kind of saw, they were like, oh, wow, you had a group, you had something going. So we had a lot of people join, but a majority of people just didn't know, and there was no way to contact them. I didn't have anyone's contact information besides, besides Facebook. But yeah, I think that's fine. We can definitely ask that survey-wise and kind of do a poll right there in the Facebook page as well. I still feel like we're missing a lot of people in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask people to share it on their actual Facebook page, because I'm pretty sure we have people on our friends list that aren't in the group just for the simple fact that they don't know about the group. Because I know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I like Ebony, I don't know, maybe if I would have shared it a couple more times on my actual Facebook timeline, maybe she would have seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
I think I posted it a couple times, so I'm not sure. But maybe if we can all as a group, post post in our team, not team, in the reunion page saying, you know, hey, let's all, you know, twice a month at least throw it out there. Like, hey, if any of my friends are on my Facebook list that graduated with me, there is a Facebook 2001 page. Please join so you can get the information for the reunion. And
That's good.
willing to reshare it because you may have people on your list that I wasn't friends with.
Right.
So even though we all graduated together, some people didn't know other people, you know. So
Right.
that'll be another way to kind of send it out to the masses a little bit more.
So let me ask the question, the elephant in the room. Like I just mentioned earlier when we started the call, a couple folks that graduated from Britt that left us our senior year have already reached out saying, can they be a part? Me and Yashka were talking. I mean, I'm fine with it. Obviously, they went to school with his first 3 years. Apparently,
They did
Jack
not
Britt,
graduate with us.
Nah.
Jack Britt must don't have their stuff together because, again, who is it? Angelica Hicks told me. I said, so did y'all have a 10-year? She said, we did. Only 10 people showed up. And I was like, has any planning been put in place for 15? She was like, no. So I told her on the call tonight that I would bring it before those who showed up for the committee and see what your thoughts are, because some of them are close friends with us. A lot of us grew up with them, but it's up to y'all. So what would y'all like? What's everyone's thoughts there?
I'm okay with it as long as there's a 50% markup.
For every one of them, they have to pay for one of us, right?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that's right.
No, I feel like it's a good idea to invite them because maybe that's why they did not have a good turnout for their reunion, because maybe 71st and Southview did allow the people that went to Jack Britt for their last year, because you have to think, yeah, you're right. A lot of them did go to elementary school and middle school together. So maybe just they did that. They threw it out there for if you went over, and they probably had a bigger number than Birds because the district was a lot smaller, because we were like the cutoff line pretty much for like right there in the middle of Southview and stuff for where we lived in Ducks Landing. So I don't know. They may have gone to their home school, I guess you can say.
Okay. What say ye, ladies on the phones?
Let me unmute you guys before you start talking.
Awesome.
What you got, Dominique?
I honestly don't have a problem with it. Like you guys said, we grew up with them. We played sports with them. We have that camaraderie. I mean, it's not really our fault that they left. And,
No, it's their fault.
I mean, and maybe we could reach out to, you know, like a couple of those people that did graduate, and maybe they could be a part of the planning process too.
I agree. So maybe that's something we do, because all of us are friends with several of them. And one, you know, there's a feature, if you go on your desktop, you can actually do it from your phone as well, where you can invite people to the group. So maybe if we go through our friends list and those we know who went to Britt, invite them to the group. We might triple up on invitations, but they'll get the picture. Like, hey, oh, they really want me to get in the group. So could do that.
I'm game.
Okay.
They can only be invited one time anyways. It'll show like members already been invited on there.
That's right. You're right about that. So, okay. So I've covered the Jack Britt grads. So what do y'all want me to take away as far as, so what's next for me to post tonight in the group? Do we talk about suggestions, or do we put out, maybe we just start off with the invitations, get everybody to invite everyone before we start putting out some info?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do that. I would do that. Invite your people. We'll do that first.
Post on your Facebook page if anybody's not in the group. Let me know so we can add you to the group. We want you to make sure you at least have the information, and you can put it out there to other people if you aren't going to be able to attend. At least help to spread the word so nobody is not included or something.
Makes sense. So we'll lead off with that. We won't feed the group any more info as far as an event. We just want to get the group full with people first. And then we'll go from there if you guys are okay. You guys and gals are okay with that.
Yeah.
And that way we can gauge, like, as far as activities are concerned as well. Because, we don't want to, go somewhere that's going to take us a long time to get everybody through the line,
Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody wants to go play golf with me Saturday morning, so I'm pretty sure.
Y'all ain't ready. I got my days on right now. Let's go.
I would.
Ebony's running my point.
Cool. All right. So yeah, we'll do that then. If all of us can just commit to sharing the group on our personal pages, or also inviting people that we know graduated with us, or those who graduated from Britt that went to school the first 3 years with us. That way, yeah, that'll work. We can just invite them like that. I think I have everyone's email. I think I have everyone's email that is actually on this call. So with this group, I'll send out just the follow-up notes of what we discussed. That way y'all have it as well. And then once we'll give it, I don't know, maybe to the end of the week or so to see how many more people join. Because currently we have 199 members.
Nice.
And I think our class was 212. So, there's several people that I know that went to Bird and graduated elsewhere, didn't even graduate from Britt, and that I invited to the group. So they were interested. Okay, so next steps, we'll do the invite your friends, invite your people, and then we'll let this kind of sit for a week. I may just throw another post out regarding suggestions to see if anyone has anything that may come up, but and then we will set up another meeting. Does that work for everyone?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, that works.
Well, thank you all for getting on the call, and looking forward to it. 2016, we getting up there, y'all. Turning 33.
No, it's not, bruh. Watch him out.
All right, awesome. Well, you all have a great evening, and Yashka, have a great morning over there.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Good talking to everyone.
Most
It's
definitely.
amazing talking to y'all.
All right. Well, y'all have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.